I will be your own special individual wing young lady. What's more, I must give you the no BS legitimate truth about ladies' need versus what they say they need. I set up new recordings each Monday, so look out for them. I used to shout at men who might tell me, I don't figure I can date this lady since she's out of my association, since I really accepted nevertheless sort of do that. Any of you watching can have any lady you need. There are no associations that you can't be in. However, at that point as of late my viewpoint began to move, yet not in the way that you think. You see, your meaning of association is altogether different from mine. This shift began when an email instructing client of mine expressed this to me. I think I've not had the option to get second dates since I pick a ladies that are way out of my association. What is your take? Presently, since this is only an email training client, I have no clue about what he resembles, how much cash he makes, that multitude of subtleties, but since of the manner in which he composes and talks about himself and the inquiries he poses, I have an extremely amazing clear line of sight of him. Also, truth be told, that visual isn't really beautiful. He's down on himself constantly. Regardless, I say, it doesn't follow any of the exhortation I offer, yet at the same time whines about things not changing for him. Also, it's only sort of straight up hopeless. Truth be told, when I received this email out of the blue, I strayed away from my average guidance of saying, I don't have a clue. The main leads I know include a bat and a ball. Some other association is simply gibberish. Be that as it may, this time I essentially composed back and said, potentially the explanation I composed this back is on the grounds that I could at last see what his association implied. It wasn't really necessary to focus on his looks or his cash or his status. It was about his disposition. He isn't a class of a low certainty men that see no worth in themselves. So how does this person move out of this low certainty, no worth association to an association that is loaded up with superior grade, wonderful hot ladies, or in legitimate language? How can he go from a 5 to a 10? Indeed, number 1, he works with me and advances precisely how to turn into a man ladies need. What's more, the man he's continuously needing to be that is associations over any 10 that exists. I realize you're likely reasoning halted with this team promoter BS, and be practical briefly, to which I'll answer. I'm being practical. Assuming you stroll around believing you're not exactly no decent, not alluring enough of 5 in every way that really matters, how in the world is any lady going to see you, not to mention? When we ladies have an adequate number of things on our plate, to stress over supporting your self-certainty isn't one of them. So how would you go from a 5 to an 8 or even a 10? We should pull out all the stops, correct? You do it with a little activity I call rethinking. I really have another great activity, however I will leave that till the following week's video, which you can see on Monday. So kindly tune in, okay? We should jump into re-examining, which is an incredibly useful asset that will in a real sense have an impact on the manner in which ladies see you in practically no time. For most men, the manner in which they ponder themselves and talk about themselves to themselves and to others is the main explanation they aren't getting what they need with ladies. Changing how you view you and talk about you can change that right away, and you do this by just re-evaluating. So this is the way to get it done. Stage 1, seeing how you think and talk about yourself. Subsequent to watching this video, I maintain that you should begin considering how you converse with yourself and about yourself. Are you a positive man, or do you outline things adversely, again both in your own head and ostensibly to individuals, particularly ladies? I'm speculating that a great deal of your opinion on yourself and say regarding yourself doesn't place you in the best light. Also, on the off chance that even you can't understand how magnificent you are, the means by which damnation is an outsider with lots of different choices going to see it. Ladies can smell absence of self-worth and it repulses us immediately. So you need to begin seeing. Seeing is the hardest part, getting yourself. Mid-punch in the stomach is undeniably challenging, however you can get it done. Stage 2 is rethinking. When you begin to see all the BS that has been whirling around your head, I believe you should begin re-evaluating it. Re-examine your contemplations and your verbally expressed word. At the point when you notice yourself expressing a harmful thought, stop, inhale, and rethink what you have shared with yourself or without holding back. For instance, assuming that I think it was absolutely impossible that you'll at any point arrive at 1 million supporters on YouTube. That was a clue by and underneath. Presently I would pause and notice my opinion on myself. I would inhale and rethink it too. I will do all that I can, including bold attachments to my watchers, to hit buy-in so I can arrive at my characteristic of accomplishing 1 million supporters on YouTube. Perceive my thought process put me down and annihilated my certainty. In any case, the rethought one developed me, gave me certainty, and made them feel better about me. A major piece of requesting what you need is basically putting stock in yourself and that your needs will be invited and acknowledged. So how about we give one more illustration of this? Suppose you're in discussion with a hot lady. You're doing whatever might be considered appropriate, which you've gained from my recordings and projects. And afterward you offer something that places you down somehow or another. This is the thing I maintain that you should do. You stop, you notice, inhale, and afterwards say, "Let me reword that," with a major grin all over and open nonverbal communication, and afterward express it in a more good manner, a little advance notice from the get-go. This is certainly going to feel abnormal for you. Most things feel odd before they become a propensity, however, assuming it feels unusual, it simply implies that you're getting everything done as well as possible. You'll before long see that these pessimistic contemplations will begin to diminish and you will begin talking all the more decidedly, which will make individuals and ladies like you more. Alright, another little disclaimer. This by itself won't make ladies need you or be more drawn to you. There are lots of other fascination-building things you want to do first, yet it will assist you with tossing your cap in the ring and never again be immediately disposed of before you've even gotten an opportunity to be important for the game. You will currently be in a higher association, an overall 10. I have one fast device connection for this activity to make re-evaluating simpler and just really more tomfoolery. The apparatus connection is known as the Barbra Streisand. You can give it anything name you like, however that is only the name that I've picked. It's an instrument to leave negative harming considerations speechless. This is the way to get it done. Stage 1, select 3 melodies that spur you or even only ones that you truly like right now that satisfy you. Stage 2, at whatever point you begin to think adversely, pick one of the melodies and begin seeing it in your mind, or you could actually sing it without holding back and thoroughly search in the mirror for a greater effect. Indeed, even contemplating a melody that fulfills me in a real sense satisfies me. What's more, my entire attitude begins to move. You can presumably see this. Don't chuckle at the present time, however my tune right currently is Bohemian Rhapsody by Sovereign, which is astonishing. Placing a tune in your mind that satisfies you will bring your negative contemplations to an abrupt halt, so you don't reel yourself into a negative winding. Here's stage 3, reevaluate, which we've discussed before. Your internal exchange is considerably more remarkable than you naturally suspect. It has no constraints or BS screen to hold you within proper limits on the off chance that you are not controlling it. So from this point forward, I maintain that you should see breath and reevaluate this. Something solitary won't just change how you appear to ladies, yet in addition modify how you see yourself, which will make association bouncing really simple. It's mind-blowing to watch folks like you change into a sure and in charge boss that knows what to do and say to easily draw in ladies without concealing anything or play senseless games. Also, I need to assist you with accomplishing this more. Presently, not exclusively will you get the advantage of my long stretches of involvement, assisting a huge number of men with making epic changes in their outcomes with ladies. He will likewise find what ladies subtly care about. The sort of things just an individual lady might at any point be aware. Fair warning, however, when your person companions see the manner in which ladies answer you, when you find this, they may not allow you any place to approach their sweethearts or their spouses. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumb up and share with your friend. Thank you for watching.